Our lesson for today is the phase 3 of the pipe model of design thinking, which is the prototyping. To recall, last time we had ideation, which is the third stage of the design thinking process, and it is focused on generating ideas and identifying possible solutions through sessions of brainstorming. Today, we will be focusing on prototyping. And for the learning outcome, in this module, you will learn about modeling the best solution from the concept as a solution to the problem statement. And after completing this particular module, you should be able to, one, bring ideas to life, the ideas you made during the ideation process, and number two, you will present a prototype to the class. So what is prototyping? Prototyping is about communicating your concept in the form of a user's experience. The concept of rapid prototyping is being able to create the model or a visual presentation of the product. Remember, prototyping is creating a model, or you can also have visual representation of the product so that it can be better evaluated, critiqued, open for suggestions and other observation which would feed to its further improvement. So your prototype will be later on critique and observed so that it will be further improved. And it helps visualize possibilities also. It usually answers the question, take note of this, what should you create to explain how your user will experience and benefit for your solution. Why do we prototype? So look at this image. So in the y-axis, we have the cost of an error. And we have here in the x-axis the project timeline. So as you can see in the prototype, fail and learn here, we have here at the beginning. So it says here that fail often, fail better, succeed sooner. So we prototype because the cost of prototype is not that high compared to the actual product you create, and then will after creating the product, it will undergo test. However, when it's only prototype, it's cheaper. You can fail, but it will not cost you much. Okay? Aside from that, we prototype so that we can save time and cost or error in our projects. So the earlier we identify the problems our product may encounter, the earlier that we can improve it. It is better for us to fail in the earlier part of the testing and succeed sooner than failing in the later part where time and cost has been wasted. So what can be prototype? Well, basically anything. We can prototype anything. We can prototype any concept that we want to show. So basically, your ideas during the ideation process can be prototype. Prototypes can be really simple, like cardboard, or relatively involved semi-working model in various fidelity. So for example, as what you can see in the images, okay, there are cardboards and some model here. Prototype should be quick and dirty. When we say quick and dirty, this only means that prototype should not cost much and should be very beautiful. Rather, it must be simple and quickly done. It is not polished nor a functional one. Prototypes must let the users experience its function. Although it's not yet functional, you can see in the prototype the basic functions or the primary functions needed in that particular product. As you can see here, we have a prototype of a cell phone, a prototype of a specific gun that I think this gun will be used for medicinal purposes. Okay, these are the types of prototypes, guys. Number one, physical models. These are the models created to showcase the physical product. It is like a paper cardboard version of your product. So look at this one. These are just cardboards, but it looks like the product you will do after the prototype stage. Okay, but remember, for your final period, you only need to create a prototype, not the product. Okay? Another type of prototype is storyboards. So it used to show or illustrate the details of the user experience. Okay, as you can see here, these are just storyboards. Like there is one student who submitted that his problem statement is about he wants to showcase the product of the farmers in their community. So that particular student can create a storyboard so that it will show or illustrate the experience of his users regarding showcasing the products, the products in the community. So parang magkukwento siya kung paano niya i-showcase yung products sa community using a storyboard. Next, number 3. Role play. The emotional experience with a product or service is sometimes best expressed by acting it. So, or by acting it out with team members taking on the role of the target user or customer. Say for example, the prototype here is a help station. They would like to create a help station. So, what they did was a role play so that there is an emotional experience with the product or the service. Like for example, on the right side of the image, there is a help station. If you will press number 1 button, for example, anong sasabihin ng button na nasa number 1 or press 2, press 3, press 4 button? So, this is role playing. Okay, so what are the 3 types of prototype? We have physical models, storyboards, and we have role play. So, you can choose among the 3 which is best suited for the product you want to create. Okay? Of course, your assessment here is you present the prototype to class via prescribed video conferencing platform. And this is your final exam. You will present your prototype. And for phase number 4, the last phase of the pipe model of design thinking, which is enhance. Okay, for the enhance, you will gather feedback from the users and the non-users. Okay, for example, you now have your prototype. You will show the prototype to the users and the non-users. Then, you will revise the prototype based on the feedback gathered. There will be revisions on the prototype because there are suggestions that will come from the users and the non-users. And number 3, present your final prototype in the Young Innovators Congress online platform, but we will not do it now. I will just create a congress so that you will present your prototype, which will be seen by other sections. Okay, the primary goal of enhanced phase of the pipe model of design thinking is to gather feedback from both users and non-users, just like what I have said. And this is done for the continuous improvement of the prototype. The users and non-users at this phase are your innovation partners to add value to your project and come up with a better project. So how will you gather feedback? Number 1, present your concept. Letter A, the problem or issue to be tackled. Number 2, persona and the need statement. And number 3, or letter C, concept and prototype. And after you present your problem, persona, and concept, you will now seek feedback. What are you going to ask? What works for you? You will ask your user and non-users what works for you. What doesn't work for you? How could this be better? Okay, so those are just the 3 questions you will ask your users and non-users. Okay na ba ito sa'yo? Gumagana ba ito sa'yo? How could we make this better? What will I do to make this better? This prototype be better? Those are the three questions. In this particular module, you have an activity and I will rewrite the activity and post it in Edmodo. So, these are all about the last two phases of the pipe model. We have the prototype and we have the last one, which is enhanced.